Hi guys, Chox here, and welcome back to my channel to the cake decorating playlist. Today we are going to play around with that fondant that I made in my last video. Click the card. And we're going to have a look at this Cake Boss Fondant. And we're going to have a look at this Cake Boss Fondant Cutter Kit. Or fondant, or however he likes to say it, whatever. Let's go check this out. Okay, so for this project, we need quite a few things. So I may turn this into a part 1 and part 2. First off, we need 2 8 or 9 inch round cakes. For that, I've got a filling, which is just quick, easy pudding. Seriously. And then I have a jar from the store, or can or whatever, of Betty Crocker. And if you check my video for cheating or when you need more icing in a pinch, I actually whipped that and I added more icing. I'll throw a link in the card section. So that's just for the cake. We're gonna get the cake put together and then crumb iced, which means just a very skim little bit of a coating. So once we have that crumb coat on there, we're gonna stick it in the fridge to chill out. Have a look at the tools that come in the package. Did unboxing on this a couple years ago, but we'll see what we have to play with. I think we're going to do this one. We're going to have to roll out our fondant. I've got my cake wheel and my bowl lid for putting my cake on top of. Sifting mill. I have a sifting mill for my icing sugar, spatula, comb. This is the essential. So it's a pretty, and a rolling pin for the fondant, because I don't have a proper fondant rolling pin. And my buddy Cake Boss right here, ready to go. So what we need to do first is we need to place our cake. What I like doing is I have a big Tupperware lid here, because this is just for at home. It's not going anywhere. I'm reusing this cake lid. So you take your cake, turn your lid. Which way are we going to do this? I'm going to actually do this way so it doesn't pop. And then flip it over. Voila, look, a nice flat cake. You can push it around the middle. Now I've got some of this pudding I made. Seriously, I did 1 1/4 cup milk to 1 packet of pudding. Whatever flavor you want. You don't even need any fancy tools for this. I'm smearing it around with the back of my spoon, because I did not want to make a full-on custard today. This is just a throw together so we can play with a cake kit. The great thing about using instant pudding as a cheat is that you can pick the flavors. You can quickly customize them. I mean, it's relatively low cost when you get it on sale, and also it's a huge time saver. I'm going to take our other one. This gets a little difficult. Just put your hand over it like that. Turn it out over. Oh, a little shake. Look at, I have a cake in my hand. So my oven's a little wonky. I know when this side up here is a little bigger. This side here is a little bigger. Look at that. And then all I'm doing is I'm just running my fingers around the side of the cake here, just to push any filling in and smooth it out. I've tried several tools, but I find my fingers work best for this. It just fits that little crevice nicely. Okay, this next part I'm going to do a flat or a crumb coat, which is a very, very thin flat ice. You can still see the cake through, no big deal. I've taken my tub of frosting and I whipped it up so it's a little lighter. And I'm just going to do this super fast, you guys. Oh, did we press our cake on? There, press the cake on. Palette knife is just pushing it around, pushing it around. I want it to fall over the edge, so I'm pushing it. Notice I'm not lifting it. I don't want to exactly get crumbs in it, you know. Pushing it around, pushing it around. Okay, so I'm just going to push the sides. All I'm doing this for is so that the fondant has something to stick to. It also helps keep the cake moist when you're using fondant, because I have found with the commercial stuff anyway, it does dry out the cake, so you do want to use like a simple syrup or something in there to help keep it moist. And you definitely want to do a crumb coat. See, it's not taking very much icing at all to do this. We are in real time here. Oops. The great thing about this is you do not have to be perfect with it. You just kind of want icing to be everywhere. Look, I think that looks good. I'll just pull it off the edge here so it's a nice smooth edge still. And caker tip, if you notice I did put my cakes upside down. That's so that I can have the flattest possible edge on top. Because the little curve on the bottom isn't going to matter too much. And this, if turning it upside down, it'll push into that bottom cake. But this will be nice and flat. Okay, this is ready for the fridge. Do you see how barely iced that is? This is a crumb coating. So put it in the fridge, and then after we're done with this, we can coat it with a base of icing and then decorate it with buttercream or whatever kind of icing. Or we can put fondant on top, which is what we're going to do today. Okay, so I'm just going to open up this marshmallow fondant, cut into it. How much do you figure we're going to need to cover an 8-inch round? I don't know. I have no science behind this right now. Ooh, that cut nicely. So then we need to dust our area. I do have an icing sugar mill here. It's like what you'd use for flour. It's actually, I'll put down a whole lot of icing sugar. There, we're gonna need a roller. This is not a fondant roller, but it'll get the job done. Should we keep it just a white fondant or use an opportunity to roll some coloring into it? Alright, I got a Maricolor mauve here. Let's try that. That's purple, right? Woo! There's a party in my fondant. What? That mauve was a type of purple. Well, here we go. Oh. Nope, that's not looking like purple. Add some violet. I will make this purple. So I'm just gonna knead that in. It's looking pretty neat. Just gonna add a little bit of water to this and then knead it in some more and really bring out that color. We'll be back in just a sec. What, Chox? You're making a mess of things. Okay. I'm just gonna sift some more icing sugar on there because it's very, very sticky. Kind of roll it around. See that sticking to the table? It's looking kind of marbly and cool. Definitely a pale purple. Adding that little bit of water did help to disperse the color in here, but it also made a huge mess. Alright, let's try rolling this out. I guess it would have been handy to have like the cake pan here or something. Or maybe like work in a proper circle. So, when I put this cake down, does it look like the sides are going to come up and fold over? Yes. See what the other side looks like. Okay, one little hole there. So that seems to be okay. It's like a pie crust. You want to hold up your rolling pin a bit. Roll it up there. Put your cake down. Lay it over. Okay, so all I'm doing here is I'm just pulling a little bit to make sure it goes all the way down to the edge. letting the cake relax, or letting the fondant relax. Like I said, I've only worked with commercial fondant, so using this homemade marshmallow fondant is very different and interesting. Okay, so you can see kind of it's getting a little bit puckery, but I'm just using my fingers to kind of edge it out. We can also use a fondant smoother. You want to go around and just make sure it's all relaxed and try to not have any pleats. Pleats are when it folds over. Sometimes it takes just a little bit. Gentle persuasion. Now what I'm going to do to make my life easier, just take my knife. I'm going to cut around where the lip of this cake lid is. Oh, got a big pucker there. Because it's all extra and it's just going to pull and make it difficult. And we don't need it on there. So, goodbye. So just be patient and just rub it along the edges. Smooth it out. The top looks great. A little bit of water on the finger. A little icing sugar on there. Smooth it all out. Oh, I've got 2 puckers in there I'm not too happy about, but that's okay. You know what'll happen? Oh, I got sticky because I added a little bit of water. So I'm just going to place a design over that. I'm not going to sweat it. No big deal. That'll just be a spot where a design goes. Alright, so we've smoothed this into our cake. I'm going to take my knife again. And I'm just going to cut, not right into the cake, just around it. Just to neaten, oops, make it a little bit more neat. Oh, that's where that pucker is. And I always set this stuff aside. We can use it all again. Always save what you cut. So let's go over this again. Spinning the wheel. Rubbing back and forth. Kind of gives it that little tucked in look at the bottom. Look at that, and we've covered a cake with fondant. Yes! Oops. Remember not to worry, we're just going to stick some decoration there. Alright, on to decorating. Okay, so I think I'm just going to roll out this yellow and this pink to make some flowers with. I've got the cut flower shapes right here and the little circles. So we're going to make shapes kind of like that. So I'll just speed this up while I roll this out. Okay, so here we have some yellow. So we're going to do a big, we'll do 3 big ones. 3 big ones. We'll do 1, 2, 3 small ones. 1, 2 medium ones. I'm going to try one of these. So apparently that cuts it and then you pop it out. So cut it. Press it. Oops. Lift it. Ready? Pop it. Nice. Okay, so we'll just move our flowers to the side. There we go. Now for the pink. Alright, that looks good. Let's do 2 big ones. 2, 3. Oh, I guess these are the big ones. 1, 2, 3. Little guy. Little guy. And a couple of small circles just for in case. Alright, how are we going to put these on our cake? Okay, so here we have our cake, and it's been smoothed down. We've got some flowers back here, and a little bit of water. There we go. We're just going to put these flowers all over this cake. Dab a little bit of water on there, just to help it stick, and then plaster it on. We'll dust all this other icing sugar off at the end, or give it a nice spray with a mister. Yellow. We only did pink and yellow flowers, so we're just being a little creative and placing them on there. With that cute little sunflower, press that we did right in the middle. Stay there, little flower. Remember when I said don't worry about the pucker? Because we're going to cover it, we're just going to cover it. Pick a little flower and cover it. Awesome. There, see, nobody knows. Where's the other one? Oh, we must have already covered it. Look at that. That's so easy. Pile that one on there. Now this is just for fun. I haven't really thought this out. It's not for an order. We're just playing with the kit and with the fondant. The edges all look good. There's flowers up top there. And we've got these little dots. So you can put them in the middle of flowers. How cute is that? Oh, now I want to put little dots in all the flowers. There we go. Dots and flowers. Well, that's fun. So a trick that I've seen firsthand is just using a little spray bottle and just giving it a light spray. Nothing too major, because you don't want it soaking. You just want that light mist to pick up that icing sugar. Ooh. Alright, so here we are playing with the Cake Boss flower cake decorating kit. Ha ha ha. What do you think, buddy? Oh, it's great. So, kind of not really like that at all. Just had some fun playing with the Marshmallow Fondant. And yeah, this is going to be fun stuff to practice with. Alright you guys, please click one of these boxes hanging out around the cake. It'll take you to the cake decorating playlist, the icing playlist, and something that YouTube recommends. Please feel free to hit that like and subscribe button down there, and leave a comment down below of what we should do next. I know there's something cinnamony, but I had to use this Marshmallow Fondant in a way so it didn't go to waste. So I'll throw a link in the cards for that as well. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you're going to bake next, and I'll see you next time on the channel. Bye!